BBL. What's going on? All right. I'm streaming right now. People are asking me a lot of questions, but the main one is, what is the ultimate goal of Blexit? I know there may be many, but if you could pick one thing, one desired outcome from this event, what would it be? How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today I got to tell you about my first Blexit rally experience. Now, this was a fantastic event. I cannot wait for the next one. I think they're having one in DC, Chicago, and some other places. I'm going to try to go to as many as I can because this was a fantastic event for a variety of different reasons. Now, first, let me back up a little bit to explain what's happening. Blexit, that's the black exit from the Democratic Party, from this one-track mind way of thinking where you always got to vote one way. You can't have any kind of personal agency to think for yourself, do for yourself. You're pretty much corralled into voting one way and one way only. We're going to break that chain. That's what Blexit is for me and for many others. We had an event in Richmond, Virginia. Now, I was excited when I first saw the flyer go out and I heard about it because it's like, okay, I'm from Virginia, so this is right up my alley. You know, not Richmond where it was actually held, but I'm from Hampton Roads, 757, Seven Cities, that area, you know, Virginia Beach area. That's where I'm from. But Richmond's only about 2 hours away, so it's not really that big of a drive. It's pretty much the same region. And I flew out on Saturday. The event was Sunday. Saturday was more of a family day. Spent time with my mom, my dad, my uncle, because they all live close by. So that's what that day was for. And then I would just get myself prepared, rest for the next day. The event was at right around 3 p.m. Eastern time. I got there right around 2 o'clock to see what was going on. It was a pretty good crowd. I'm hearing different people reporting, talking about, oh, it was only 100 people. It was 200 people. I don't know how many people were there, but I thought it was a great turnout. You know, it was a lot of people that I was able to shake hands with, talk to, you know, just it was a lot of people there that I was able to communicate with. And that's one of the main things I like about these rallies is how interactive they are. You're able to meet people that have been watching me for a long time. They may be fans of mine, friends of Brandon, Candace, the speakers that were on stage, etc. So I really enjoy the close connection. The intimacy of the actual event was really great for me. This was at the National Theater in downtown Richmond. And by the way, downtown is nice. It was very cold over the weekend, but I could tell when it's warm, it's nice. It's a canal right there, not too far away. I think they have gondola tours. That'd be fantastic to do during the summer. But for now, I digress. Let's get back to Blexit. Like I said, from 3 to 6 p.m., a lot of great speakers there. It's indoor, of course, in the theater. Candace, obviously, was the leadoff person, the spearhead behind the whole situation. This is her event. So she got out first and spoke, did very well. And she was kind of like the host throughout the night. In between speakers, she would introduce them, tell a little bit about them. And that's kind of how the program went. And she ran a very tight ship. It was from 3 to 6, and it was pretty much on point. She came out and spoke. Brandon Taylor came out and spoke. You had a lot of great speakers. You had Bishop E.W. Jackson, who, by the way, was the best speaker, in my opinion. Nothing against anybody else. Everybody did well. All the speakers were great. Loved them all. But Bishop E.W. was fantastic. He has a church out there in Chesapeake where I used to live, not far from it, like down the street. I'd never been there, but hearing him, I wish I would have gone to their church quite a few times. And I'm not even really a Christian, but he brought the house down. And if you want to see that actual speech, a link for that will be in the box. Either it'll be my link or on Candace's page. Either way it goes, you got to hear that speech for yourself. But Brandon did well. Candace did well. You had Witt from PragerU, DC Draino, very big on Instagram. A lot of great stories. Had my man Rob Smith. Rob Smith did a fantastic job, excellent job. There were a lot of people that just gave very good speeches. I was impressed. Also, Jerome Hudson from Breitbart. I've been reading him for a while. You know, so I'm a daily reader of Breitbart. I read more than anything. I don't really watch a lot of TV news except for like local and nightly for about an hour every day. But I read more than I actually watch news. And Breitbart is a key source because they're like the only alternative to the leftist kind of spin that a lot of media has. The leftist spin is not bad when you're talking about written media. It gets really bad once you get into primetime, Don Lemon. But even still, there's a bias. Breitbart, Fox News, they're a little bit more center, right, or just right in general, which is what I like. But anyway, he was there. He did a great job. Hoping not forgetting anybody, but everybody did a fantastic job. After the event and during the event, in between like intermission and stuff, I was able to meet a lot of people, took a lot of great selfies. I mean, it was really, really fun to see everybody talking, to talk to other people. I just really enjoyed myself at the actual event. So after the event was over, Brandon, myself, Rob Smith, and a few other guys went to a Mexican restaurant and had dinner. Now, this dinner was fantastic. This is the kind of dinner, like my man Rob Smith said in his caption on Instagram, he says family dinner. That's pretty much what it was. This is the kind of dinner that I would like to have at a Thanksgiving table with my blood relatives, you know, where you can talk about things that are kind of controversial, things that are not PC, but nobody's offended. Nobody is getting to the point of disrespect. It's all respectful, all above board. And we're able to have these kind of tough conversations. It was fantastic. We had a politician there. We had my man Reichland. He was there. Hopefully I ain't butcher your name, boss, but he was there. It was great. I had a fantastic time. You know, it was definitely worth it to fly out there, get the hotel room in downtown. I want to do it again. So hopefully we have one coming up in DC. And I want to do more traveling in general. So you may see me out there on the trail doing some events. I may do something here in Chattanooga where I'm at right now. Or I might do something somewhere else. I think we should do, and if you listen to Candace, I think we should do a Blexit in Atlanta. And if we do or don't do it, I might do an event in Atlanta myself. I think that'd be a fantastic turnout. And that is pretty much all I got. So what do you think? Before I ask you my closing questions, where should another Blexit rally be held? Where should I go? Where should Brandon go? Where should Candace go? Who do you want to see? Where do you want to see him? And as far as a Blexit event, oh, and also Dinesh D'Souza was there. I almost forgot about him. I saw both of his movies in the theater, Death of a Nation and Hillary's America. I saw them both in the theater. One was like a date with my girl. The other one I was by myself, and I was the only guy in the theater. But those are great. He did a great job as well. But where do you want to see all the speakers that were there at Blexit rally itself, and others at? I put that out there to you. So that's pretty much all I got. So what say you? Have you seen the speeches from Blexit in Richmond, Virginia? If so, what do you think? Were you at Blexit in Richmond? If so, what do you think? How do you feel about the local media in Richmond not really covering the whole situation before it was going on? Because guys are coming up to me and girls and saying, hey, we really didn't know about it. Only reason why I knew is because I saw it on your Instagram or on your YouTube. I would have had no idea this was even going on if you guys weren't actually promoting it yourselves, because the local media did zero promotion. Very interesting how I saw local media in Richmond talk about the event afterwards, talking about, oh, it was a low turnout, it was cheap tickets. You know, so they did a story immediately after it was done. But where was the story before it was happening? Where was the actual promotion and support? Now, we did not have any kind of protesters, no Antifa, nothing like that, although they did threaten us, but it didn't come out. It may have been a little bit too cold, a little bit too rainy. Either way it goes, I'm glad it didn't come out. It did not interrupt a fantastic event. So that is it for me for now. And whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.